Hey guys, so today I'm doing this look for you here. This is a full face of black owned makeup brands. So a lot of this stuff is stuff you guys seen me use on my channel before, or at least a good amount you guys have seen me use before, because some of these things are like my die-hard love type products that I already use a lot. But then I made sure to put my money where my mouth is and financially support some new brands. And so I have some things that you may have not seen on my channel before. And yeah, so I just wanted to do a full look with only black owned brands. And I really love how it turned out. Like I said, some of these things I really love and you guys will see. And if you haven't got them, the last time I mentioned them to you guys, I really recommend you try them out. So I decided to go for like just a really cute, like bronzy, sexy, like intense smoky look. That's what I was going for, and I hope you guys really like the video. And yeah, if there are any more brands that you'd recommend to me that I need to branch out and try more, or maybe products from these particular brands that you really love that maybe I don't have yet, I'd really love you to leave a comment down below just letting me know those products that you really love that you think I should try. And yeah, that's kind of it. So I hope you like the video, and if you want to see how I did it, please keep on watching. I'm going to start off this look by priming my eye. Excuse my voice, it's very early, I just woke up. So I'm going to use the Woke Concealer from UOMA Beauty. And I'm using the color T2, looked like a 1. T2 Fair Lady is the color. Now we're going to start in with some eyeshadow, and you guys know I use like Juvia's Place palettes so much. I feel like I've used almost all their palettes probably on my channel at some point by now. So I didn't want to use the Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette because, like I said, I always use them. You guys already know I love them. I promote them so much. I constantly use them on my YouTube, on my Instagram. I talk about them. I tag them whenever they have a sale going on. If I can like see it, I'll usually post on my story. I give them a lot of love. So today I wanted to show some love to another brand. This is September Rose Cosmetics. I'm sure you've heard of it before. And they put me on their PR list last year at some point, and they sent me this palette, and it is beautiful. I've already used this palette in a look. I don't know if I uploaded the look on YouTube. I don't think I did, or I may have, I'm not sure. But I definitely know I put it on Instagram, and I'll post a picture actually right here so you can see how the look turned out. I did more of like a cranberry kind of warm smoky eye. So today with this like glitter that I really wanted to use, I decided to do like a really smoky, intense, like brown, warm brown. So that's what we're going for. So we're gonna start the look off with the white at the top called Milk Tea. And I'm just using this on a Morphe R40. And this look is like really simple, honestly. Like I wanted to do like a more simple, just like smoky today. I didn't want to go like crazy, you know, double cut crease like I may otherwise normally do. I kind of wanted to go for something really sultry. So I just took that white shade under my brow, and then I'm going to go in with French Vanilla, this like kind of tannish cream shade. Now, obviously on a darker skin tone, this would be more of just like a really nice brow highlight, but on me, because I'm really fair right now, this does work to give me some color in the crease. So I'm going to take this on the same brush, and I'm putting this more in like my upper crease, like really high up here. And I'm kind of just like overlapping almost the white I put right under my brow. And I'm going to take this on my inner corner too. And just, you know, kind of as always, I do this kind of thing a lot. Having all the color really up in your eyebrow can really like take your look to another level of being like kind of sultry. So highly recommend doing that. I'm then going to take the shade Ginger, and excuse my finger, I know this like gross band-aid. Me and my husband were installing trim in our bathroom yesterday because we're updating one of our bathrooms because it's like older. It was very 70s bathroom in this house we have now. And so we're like updating it, and we were installing trim yesterday on the floor, and I've never done that before. My husband never done that before. And I cut my finger on the saw blade, which was not fun. So yeah, I now have this ugly, dirty band-aid. So I'm just taking the shade a little lower in the crease, but still kind of like higher, lower, but higher than, I don't know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. It's lower than the last shade, but still not too low. And again, take that all the way across. And now I'm going to start switching to a smaller brush. I'm going to use a MAC 217 brush. I did just use this in the darker shade I'm going to use. So I'm just going to go into, this is a Ulta Beauty shadow switching pan. They have their own like color switch basically. And yeah, I got this from work. So I'm just kind of rubbing my brush in here to get a lot of the dark shade off of here so that I don't go too dark too fast. So I'm going to go next into the shade Cinnamon here at the bottom. And as you can see so far in this palette, and you'll continue to see, this freaking palette is so good. The pigmentation is unreal in this palette. I love this palette. I do use this quite a bit, especially on days where you want to be just more natural, or when you do just want to do those like, you know, more simple, warm, smoky looks, because I feel like we all tend to, or at least I know I do, over the last couple years of my like makeup style changing, I tend to just do a lot of crazy shit and I like it, but it's sometimes nice to just kind of go back in time, you know, a couple years when there was less drama around everything, where we all just kind of did really cute warm brown smoky eyes, and everything is more simple back then, you know? No, but I enjoy doing a little simple look every once in a while just to kind of like take a break from the crazy that I usually do. So, okay, we have that shade down. So as you can see, this is just sort of like, you guys know I like to do, I'm just really building up and using a lot of transitional shades to get the look to be very like soft and blended. So now we're gonna go into this deep brown shade here in the center. And I'm gonna use the same brush for this. And now we're really gonna start to deepen up this look. This shade is very pigmented and dark, as you can see. So this will really deepen up our look here. So I'm going to kind of start dabbing this in the outer corner. And I'm going to take this into the crease, and I'm currently just like dabbing to get the color down. And then I'm going to start doing little circles just to blend it out. Okay, so once that is down, I'm going to take the tiniest bit of the shade called Loose Leaf in the corner, and it's honestly like a gray. It's like a really dark gray, but it will still darken this up. It's kind of like you can use it basically kind of as a black shade to kind of deepen up everything. All right, next for the lid, I'm going to take this guy right here. This is from the brand The Lip Bar, and it's a liquid eyeshadow in the shade Girl Next Door. It is a really pretty bronze color. So I like to use these very specifically, this formula. So what I like to do is I will put a little light layer, and this is what I tend to do with most liquid eyeshadows because I like them to still look like they're blended out, if that makes sense. Like I don't want it to be kind of like a cut where the glitter ends. So I'll put down a light layer and then just take my finger and dab right around the edge. And you guys know I kind of do this with my regular eyeshadow. If I'm using a regular like powder shimmer eyeshadow, just to like get it to soften out, I'll do that. And now it does take away quite a bit of the glitter because I wiped it with my finger. So I'm just going to dry this with my fan really quick. And then I'm gonna go back in with just a little more and just dab it right there on the lid to re-intensify the glitter that I removed when I dabbed it. And this way, by doing that, you get the blended edge of the glitter, but then you get intensity right on the center. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. And then again, I will just go with my fan and dry it. All right, so now that that is done, we will do the lower lash line. I'm gonna start off by applying just a little more of my concealer under there because I haven't really applied it underneath yet, so I have a base. All right, and then I am gonna go start off with the deep brown color that we used. And I'm gonna start off by running this across the entire lower lash line, right on top of that base of concealer. And this color really grabs on to that base really nicely, so you get a lot of intensity. And I am running that along and putting it on my waterline like I normally would. I'm then gonna go back in with my MAC 217. Again, I'm gonna make sure I like wipe it off so there's not too much of the super dark colors on there. And we're gonna take first cinnamon and blend that underneath. And then I'm gonna take ginger after that and blend just a little lower. Again, so get my like nice little blend that I usually do. This is not new. And once that is blended out, I'm gonna take a little bit more of loose leaf in the corner. And I am just gonna slightly darken up the outer part right here. And this will just bring some of that intensity from the upper lash line onto the lower lash line. And then you can like make sure you connect it, which like I did on the other eye. I made sure that intensity was really going like right around there. Okay, so I am looking nice and buffed out and smoky at this point. So now we can just put on our lashes. So for mascara, I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara. And for lashes today, I didn't have a pair from a Black-owned brand. And you know, I can convince myself to buy like a lot of things that I don't need, like highlighter and eyeshadow palettes, which I definitely don't need, but I really don't need lashes right now. So it was one of the things where I decided to put my money into some other products that maybe I didn't have yet, as opposed to buying more lashes, because I legitimately need 0 new eyelashes. So I'm just using my Salon Perfect. These are the Extension Seeker lashes number 662, I believe. One of my favorites. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put these on right quick and then I will be right back and we'll do some face makeup. All right, so now let's do some face makeup. I don't have a primer from a Black-owned brand, I think. I don't, or like a moisturizer or anything. So I'm just gonna throw on like a usual moisturizer I'd use. This is just the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, just because I wanna get a little moisture on my face before we go in with the makeup. So for my foundation, I'm gonna use one of my favorite foundations, the JUVIA'S Full Coverage I Am Magic foundation. And I'm using the shade Alexandria because that's just the one I have right here. May not be absolutely perfect, it's gonna be fine. Maybe not absolutely perfect, but that's fine, we'll make it work. So I'm just going to apply this with a brush, just using like a flat top brush. And you guys probably already know, because I mean, I've used this in a lot of videos before, but in case this is your first time here and you've never heard of this foundation, it is so full coverage, so don't use as much as you normally use for a foundation, because as you can see, like one light layer of that and everything is gone. Every little bit of red I had is gone, so yeah. It covers so well. And for being like a matte, insane full coverage foundation, it's not heavy feeling. Like it has a very interesting texture. It's very lightweight feeling. And it's not like overly drying. I don't know what they did, but it is really nice texture. Next for concealer, I'm just gonna use again my UOMA Beauty Concealer. Again in the shade Fair Lady. I got one that I decided to go with this color basically because I didn't want one that was like too white, because I think a lot of the time I go too white with my concealer. So I went with a color that would be fine even when I'm paler like I am right now, but would also work when I had a tan and wouldn't make me look like ghostly. So that's why I went with this color, and I actually really like it. And I'm just gonna blend it in with this little brush. All right, and now before I powder, I'm gonna do some cream bronzer, and I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty Cream Bronzer. And this is the shade Macchiato, which I love. I'm gonna use my favorite brush to apply this one right here. It's the Morphe JH 12 brush. And yeah, I'm just going to go around and bronze up and contour with this. Now I'm just going to set kind of the center of my face. And for that, I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty, what is this called? Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder in the shade Butter. I hate this has a fragrance to it because the powder itself is so nice and beautiful. But I definitely feel like I smell it half the day. And it just smells like sugar. I don't know if it's like supposed to be like cotton candy or just like, it's not cotton candy, but it's like sugar of some sort. It makes me sick. But the powder is really good. It is the hard part, so. Okay, now that we are powdered, let's do some blush and highlight. For blush, you already know what I'm gonna use. My JUVIA'S SAHARAN Volume 2 palette. I love it. As you can see, my daughter got into it and got some nice, beautiful chunks out of it, which makes me so upset. But I'm gonna use this today. I'm just gonna mix the shades Yara and Tau together, these last two matte ones on the edges of the top row. And this will just make a really pretty, like warm orangey blush. Next, we're gonna do some highlight. First, I'm just gonna spray a little bit of my Morphe Setting Mist on my cheek area and my forehead, just to kind of bring some hydration back from using the setting powder. And then for highlight today, I'm gonna use this beautiful palette. This is the Beauty Bakerie Milk and Honey palette. I'm obsessed with this. So I'm going to use this one here called Be Sweet. It's probably my favorite color from the palette. It looks like really orange or orangey in the pan, but when you put it on, it's just kind of like a pretty golden color. So pretty. I'm also going to take a tiny brush for that same highlighter and use that as my inner corner highlight to really set this look off. Okay, so now for brows, I'm going to use the UOMA Beauty Brow the Baby Hair Pencil. And this is in the shade number 4, which I think is medium brown. I'm really glad I got this color. I was like so on the fence between light brown and medium brown, and I ended up going with medium brown because I felt like I had a lot of light pencils, and I'm glad I did because this one's much better. And this pencil formula is so freaking nice. It is a super like waxy, like a harder waxy brow pencil, which is my favorite because I hate when brow pencils are really like greasy or too creamy, because then I feel like my eyebrows look like sweaty almost throughout the day. And I feel like my forehead will get pretty oily. So I like having a brow pencil that's more waxy, and I don't feel like I'm worried that it's gonna like come off throughout the day. Okay, now for my lip, I'm going to use this Beauty Bakerie Lip Whip in the shade Salted Caramel Mocha. Okay guys, so here is the finished look. I really hope you guys like this video. Just to give like a quick rundown, pretty much everything in this video is stuff that I generally really love. I made sure I use products that I already know from these brands that I really love, but then things that I, like I said in the beginning, that I bought and I've been able to try for at least a little while that I'm very impressed with, and I like it a lot, and I think it's totally worth your money, and you'll be really happy with everything, especially some like products I want to like stand out like amazing. This UOMA Beauty brand is really good. I've tried so far these 2 products from them. I have like swatched their palettes in store, like when I went into an Ulta that carried them in store. So I've swatched their palettes. Eyeshadow quality seems really great too. This concealer is so freaking good. It's so good. And this brow pencil is also literally amazing. So I'm really impressed with that brand. I'd like to get some more stuff from them. You guys already know Miss Juvia's Place. Everything Juvia's Place does, I love. The foundation, I love. The, you know, blushes, I've already used those for a long time on my channel. So you guys know I already like that. I'm very like obsessed with this Beauty Bakerie lip whip. So in the sense that it does really stay on all day. It is really dry for sure. You guys know I usually use the Sephora cream lip stains. Those are my favorite, like liquid lipstick. And that's pretty much the only thing in my collection, other than some like Jeffree Star ones that I use for like eyeshadow bases. I do really like this formula because it is so long wearing. I've worn this a couple times to work and it stayed on all day long, but it is kind of on the dry side. So just kind of like know that in your head. I would say my least favorite thing from this is the Fenty Beauty powder, just because it has that scent to it. Like I mentioned in the video, I don't love the scent. I like the way it looks. Like I feel like my skin looks so nice right now. But I don't like the smell. Also, I really love this highlighting palette. This palette is really nice. It is super nice, and I love the color choices in here. So overall, I love the way the look turned out. I hope you guys really like it too. I hope you give some of these brands a try because they are totally worth your money and are amazing quality and really deserve a lot more love. So yeah, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.